welcome to CelebTide. Before we jump into today's story, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a deep dive like this one. I need to know something. Am I the only one noticing a pattern lately when it comes to Sydney Sweeney? Because the more I look at what's been unfolding, the more it feels like we've seen this playbook before. And yes, it leads straight back to Kim Kardashian. This isn't casual gossip.
I need to know if I'm alone in my theory when it comes to Sydney Sweeney. I feel like a lot of what she's been doing lately leads into the same playbook that Kim K has.
This situation feels heavier, more uncomfortable, and way more layered than people are admitting. Let's rewind for a moment. Kim Kardashian has always known how to control the narrative. For years, whenever controversy popped up, it burned fast and faded faster. One headline replaced another, and the internet moved on. But this time, something was different. The noise didn't die down. It stayed loud. Clips were replayed, photos were dissected, body language was analyzed frame by frame like a documentary, and slowly, the conversation started drifting into territory Kim couldn't fully steer away from. What stood out was how scattered the attention became. Instead of everything orbiting around Kim like it usually does, the spotlight split. Rumors involving Tom Brady, whispers surrounding Jeff Bezos's inner circle, Lauren Sanchez's visible presence, and Sydney Sweeney quietly popping up everywhere. It all blurred together. And when attention slips from someone who's built a career on commanding it, tension follows. Kim didn't wait. She pivoted. Out of nowhere, a new Skims product dropped. Flashy, strange, impossible to ignore. The surgical-style face wrap hit the timeline instantly. Blogs ran with it. TikTok debated it. Comment section
out. This is just mind-boggling. If you're wanting to snatch your jawline and contour your cheeks, and you're expecting this face wrap to do just that, you are going to be wasting your money. These compression garments are used post-surgically to recover healing from treatments like facelift surgery. But wearing this overnight is going to do nothing to slow down or reverse aging.
Exploded. At first, it worked. The distraction did what it always does. But then people paused and actually looked closer. The price alone raised eyebrows. $50. Screenshots followed. Near identical versions showed up online for a fraction of the cost. Doctors weighed in. Critics questioned who this product was even meant for. And suddenly, the distraction itself became the controversy. That's when people started connecting dots they hadn't before. This wasn't skincare, it was strategy. And once people noticed the pattern, awkward press followed by a perfectly timed product drop, it became impossible to ignore. The jokes came fast, memes flooded in. The design was criticized. Some said it looked rushed, unfinished, almost like an afterthought. But while the internet argued about fabric and pricing, something deeper was happening underneath. Because this story was never really about a face wrap, it was about shifting power. Around the same time, Sydney Sweeney's presence kept growing. New projects, new invites, industry buzz that felt effortless. She represented something Hollywood loves, fresh energy without heavy baggage. Meanwhile, Kim was attempting a pivot of her own, aiming for a more polished, classic Hollywood image. On paper, it made sense, but the industry didn't respond the way she expected. Studios couldn't separate Kim from her brand history. Sydney didn't have that problem. Then came Tom Brady. Sources suggested Kim believed there was something quietly forming behind the scenes. Nothing public, nothing confirmed, but enough for expectations to build. And then, right in front of her, those expectations dissolve. No acknowledgement, no soft launch, just distance, the kind that's louder than rejection. At the wedding everyone keeps talking about, the tension reportedly became visible. Guests noticed, whispers spread, and soon after, photos surfaced. Tom enjoying himself elsewhere, with different faces, different names, different narratives stacking up fast. Each image added another uncomfortable layer, and then came the business blow. Jeff Bezos invested heavily in a lingerie brand that directly competed with Skims. For people watching closely, that stung. Kim had played proximity politics for years. She showed up, she stayed visible, and still, the opportunity went somewhere else. Critics began revisiting Skims' rise, questioning patterns, timing, and similarities that had once been brushed off. Inside elite circles, people know what's organic and what's manufactured. They know which buzz is real and which is boosted. And quietly, some started sensing that Kim's grip on the it girl position wasn't as firm as it once was. Not publicly, not loudly, but enough to feel. Meanwhile, Sydney wasn't chasing the attention. She didn't lean into the rumors. She didn't fuel the narrative. And ironically, that restraint only amplified it. The internet framed it as competition. Legacy star versus rising favorite. Even if neither woman asked for that label, and that's what made this situation so uncomfortable. Everything unfolded publicly without ever being confirmed. No statements, no corrections, just timing, silence, and body language doing all the talking. In Hollywood, silence often speaks the loudest. So now I want to know, do you think this was all exaggerated, or was there real tension behind the scenes? Is this just another celebrity cycle, or are we watching a genuine shift happen in real time? Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel.